Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
What a play!
That was nice. I watched that.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw.
Yep.
And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where
all right, here we go.
put it in play.
What we're gonna do here, we're gonna run the ball first, Powell, and then we're gonna put in the soft speed,
Offense set on first down.
depending on how this goes.
The inside handoff. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The lone back's got it.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many.
Ooh, I'm getting tripped.
Running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just not gonna pass the ball here. Keep it simple here.
It's a negative play.
Trying to pick up a first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
They want that good drive.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short.
It's had a nice rush.
That goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that end. Nice job by the defense.
Has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
What's holding?
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The give to the right. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
They're trying to get to it. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that.
That was a nice hit.
Maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a
I did not see that coming.
I did. It was Wildcat.
Oh, was it Wildcat? I thought Ford was his quarterback.
How does that even happen? Look at the blitz. Like, we blitzed all A guys.
In the second level of defense, and then at that point it was make a guy miss and use the speed.
That
was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays.
That is
and they
not
to
good.
Deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On on the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get.
I've been sacked 4 fucking times.
Alright, 87. See what you got, buddy.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Not really what I wanted out of them.
On that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
To the air, it's Wall. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Trying to throw the out route. That time, though, the QB threw it a little bit too far to the outside and it falls incomplete.
Did he catch that? I don't know. Well, this is not good at all.
Now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Pocket starts to collapse. Complete to the right. The expressway is wide open. Pass to 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd.
That's the one kid you don't want on my team going.
Touchdown, Boston College.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt
I should
you in
flip that
so
play
many
more often.
different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives.
Yeah, you definitely could.
They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Pick it up.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down.
Sam Houston with the most interceptions.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for offense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming.
I said that their wide receivers were not fast, correct?
Nothing
I said
the
90s.
defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop.
How is that
He's there
not
to
a
make
flag?
the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up
That
the
looks
first
very
down
weird.
on the throw and catch.
And that's why
At least
QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his
Oh my
ability
God.
to catch, it's so unique and special. He is
There's no fucking way he just broke stiff armed me like that.
How did you see that?
I did see
Stepped out of
that.
bounds. Yeah.
Buzz down, replay wants to have another peek at
He
that
so
last
stepped out of
play.
bounds, right?
Looked like it.
Yeah.
So the officials take a
Wait, he's
closer
throwing
look
a
and the
Hail
replay
Mary?
booth will overturn the call. Now on
He probably
second
picked it
down.
by accident. It probably came up.
He's looking to throw.
Good hit.
And he got
I
smacked
didn't
just
see
as
what my
he
defense
released the
did.
pass. It's incomplete.
I
We're already in the first
Nickel
quarter, but
by
all
CBs, right?
this could be a long day
Yeah.
for this QB.
Nickel has one extra CB. Dime has two.
They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. BC has it back in the
Wave to
Eagle
the fan.
offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets
There we
a
go.
stop, and now it's up
Come
to
on.
them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your
Fourth
best
holding
matchups, best
call.
playmakers to take advantage
Watch this play.
of this
It's gonna be a good
golden
run. You
opportunity?
can feel it.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you
Oh my
make a big
God.
play? Be more
Told
aggressive
you.
here to try to get the football back to your offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It's not subbing dead. I wanted my backup running back in, but it wasn't working the packages thing.
You might have to, if you do the packages thing, I think you have to stay in the formation, or go into formations, not favorites.
That's what I was. See?
I see.
I made my right stick. Oh, there we go.
But they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Here we go, Dad. Ready? Let's see what he can do. True freshman. True blood. Nick Singleton number. Come on.
Here's the handoff. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down.
Tried to get 2 on.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with
Just
me.
threw a second pick.
You watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put
What?
your athletes there.
I just threw a second pick.
Third and long coming up here. Back to throw. It's Wall.
No, never mind. Penalty. Thank God.
Go
And
going for
he's
this.
not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing. He can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and 1.
He's not gonna
That's
get
the second
there.
time in a usual game.
You know, offensively in that situation,
You
4th
probably didn't
down,
see
you're
it.
throwing for
I
it,
didn't.
everything
I was
has
in
to
the
go
middle of
right,
a
or
play.
Someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Does it just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Trying play action. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He wants to throw. And the ball is intercepted.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Did you get a turnover?
Back to throw. It's Wall. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Got some room to run. And a sensational
O-line needs to get going.
finally stop him inside the 15.
Back to back to back to back drives, first down carries are not going positive.
Going to forget his first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Every turnover I've had so far in
And the
this
Duke
game has just
offense
been
heads
down the
back
hill.
out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the day. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
Oh my God, my quarterback just fumbled the fucking ball at the 4-yard line.
They're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Duke. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
Disgusting.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Washington State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan. We've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback.
Well, your guy could have held that block just a second longer.
Calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
They're getting this guy lathered up. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The run from the shotgun.
Every time this guy's out there. Come on.
That'll be a loss of 3.
True blood, he has 3 carries minus 30 yards rushing, dude. You're averaging minus 10 a carry right now, brother.
Outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Running back searching for a hole. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Golden Eagles want to move quickly. On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play. They did.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Wide receiver shows motion. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm in a better way. than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got in on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Right back to the well. Able to get one down to the 15. Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
You know, if you want to run the ball, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
What happened?
Why does he have the ball at the 40? I kicked it out of whatever. Just because it... Oh, yeah, never mind.
Looking to move it through the air.
That is the right wall.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack to this defense. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Snowed under by the defense.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sideline.
You been watching my game?
Good gain on that.
Yeah.
Excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
I'll let you know here in a second.
Incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Dude, Salty's running.
They make the
Like
stop,
5 times in a row.
He sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Blue Devils in the hurry up. Wide out in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Into the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
I think think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. It's caught. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick off.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Golden Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Hard running there.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Using his legs, it's Payne. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's right on target. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Going up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. We're trying to get him going there.
Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. He'll do it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boston College.
You're down. You need a play. What a nice job on the big punt return to give a spark. You can hear this home crowd going bananas. They needed a big shot in the arm, and they got it with the punt return.
Looking downfield, it's Wall. Quickly complete. And they get him down.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the 2-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Hunter.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating.
Stopped after making the catch.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Give to the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Got got it, looking for the first down. Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
This Boston College offense has it working. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the running back has it. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Splits the uprights. Good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Boston College, 19.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Well, what a play by the defense. They're trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Working that left side now. Touchdown, Eagles! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is currently rowing the boat right now, and this is shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 26 over the Pandas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A quick pass to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. This is a designed run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Got his man quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Not a chance. Missed it. And they missed the opportunity to draw closer, still down by 5. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. On the run, it's Payne. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Just a short pass to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. Gets it past the marker. Touchdown, Duke! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Snap in the shotgun. Getting some heat. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the two-point conversion attempt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
To throw, it's Wall. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Caught in the backfield. It's John. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Got the quick completion. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later. On
3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
3rd and long. Defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Buys a little time with his feet. Oh, he dropped it! And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The give to the back. Ran through the contact. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Leaves it with the running back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, App State.
And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, throwing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for